is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have.
I'm going to bet you that every person on this planet can point to somebody in power, whether they are a politician, a business leader, or even somebody here on social media, but I bet that everyone can point to somebody that they think is unintelligent. So what's with that? Are we just electing the most dumb people and putting them in power? Or maybe it's that we're all stupid. Well, I would submit that it's kind of the latter, but we can go even deeper into it. People are boundedly rational. And this is why we make so many poor decisions often. This is also why economists are always wrong. See, boundedly rational means that we want to be rational. We want to do the best, most optimal thing for us. But there's all sorts of things that stand in the way of doing that. We don't have all of the information. We might not be sophisticated enough to calculate the optimal solution. And so we as humans, in order to navigate around the world, have to rely on sets of heuristics. The reason that people like Elon Musk are able to accumulate so much wealth is because of their ability and propensity to take risks. They have their set of business heuristics, and they are able to execute on those faster, more efficiently, and more confidently than other people, and that is what leads to their success in business. Of course, the problem is going to be that along the way, there's all sorts of little details and situations where those rules don't work very well that we kind of gloss over. And so a big part of the trick here is understanding when those heuristics work and when they don't work. I would submit that Elon Musk's way of doing things is probably going to be pretty effective if you want to reduce the size of government and reduce overall waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. But it will inevitably result in a different set of problems. Just like it seems like no matter which economic policy we go, there's always some big downsides to it. The reality is that the tools that we have are just not very effective at answering all of the questions for this. A lot of our models, especially economic models, assume some sort of equilibrium, and that's just not the way that the world works. They also assume that people are perfectly rational and that everybody tries to optimize their utility. It's nonsense. Now, we do have other tools. One in particular is called agent-based modeling. So what we do is we can set up an economy with hundreds of thousands of different participants in that economy, and we can give them different sets of heuristics that they can use. And then we watch those agents interact with each other, and perhaps there are behaviors that you can see at the large scale, and we can compare those to the behaviors that we see in the real world to explain